Hello everyone. Uh, this is Karthik, and I have my friend with me, Rakshit. I'm a student in Grenoble, France, and my friend Rakshit is working in Germany. And what are we here for, Rakshit? Can you explain?
Yeah, the main reason me and Karthik are here to share our thoughts and urge our fellow Indians back at home to the current situation seriously. So we would like to give you a snapshot of what's happening here in Europe and to tell you guys how serious this corona issue can get when it's out of hands.
Yeah. So basically, we don't want to cause panic, but if whatever we say is alarming, just remember, unlike us, you guys still have the power to change the course of events. Do you agree,
Yeah,
Rakshit?
yeah, same here. I repeat as well. So unlike us, you guys still have the power to change the course of event. So that's for sure.
Okay, so what is the current situation here in this part of Europe?
So let me start with the most chaotic place on Europe. So that is Italy. So followed by we have more corona cases in Germany, France, and Spain. So these part of the Europe are now on complete shutdown. So that's the current situation right now.
So basically, how long did it take to escalate to this level?
So let me take an example of Italy. So from stage 2 to stage 6, it just took 3 weeks of time, and when considered with France and Germany from stage 2 to stage 3, it went just in 3 days. So that how fast the corona is spreading. So to make the audience understandable, Karthik, can you explain briefly like what are these stages mean and what are those significances?
Yes, sure. Basically, there are like six stages, and these stages thing is basically how the governments are trying to deal with the situation as things get worse. It has nothing to relate it. It has nothing to do like related to the biology of virus or anything. So stage one is basically, you find the cases in your country, and then
Okay.
stage two is like where the cases increase and the government starts creating all these, clusters and to avoid people going into the region or coming out of the region, and they try to restrict a specific place to stop spreading of infection. And normally you can see that when the infection is in like hundreds, then stage two measures are imposed. And then stage
Mhm.
three is when you start hearing more deaths, and then there will be shutdown, and it will be declared a national health crisis, and the country is basically in emergency. And stage four and five is basically when you see like thousands of deaths by then, and also the whole country is in quarantine. And finally, stage six is one cannot even step out of their home unless they have a valid documentation to prove where and why they are going. And this is right now the state that Italy is in, and it is like this was imposed when it reached about 10,000 cases in Italy. So,
Okay.
and just to give you a small picture here, guys. So, 22nd February was when Italy entered stage two. All right. And in stage two, when their government imposed stage two, so they had
Okay.
75 cases reported. And 11th March, which is like just 3 weeks from stage two, Italy
Okay.
entered stage six, where the number of cases crossed 10,000.
So
So
within 3 weeks, there was like a drastic change in number of corona cases. Is that true?
yeah, no, there is drastic change, and it's like basically the whole country went into crisis mode, and it's really crazy. And we feel that India will soon start showing signs of stage two.
Okay. So you are saying that India is in stage 2 right now.
No, I mean to say, India may soon go to stage two.
Okay. So what's the present situation in France right now?
So France is now at, I mean, as per the government, they call it stage three, but the measures imposed is so strict, like Italy, and it's basically like stage six, wherein we need documentation to go outside our house. We need to download a form online,
Oh,
and you know we need to write the purpose and the document, and we need to self sign it and take it out, or else if we are found outside without documentation, we can be fined. And if any of us are sick, and still if we are outside, then they can legally charge us. And
oh, is it? Okay.
yeah, it's crazy. And last night, President Macron came on television, and he was using this word called war, and like he was telling we are in war with an invisible enemy. And so when European president uses the word war, then you guys should understand the gravity of situation.
Yeah,
So
that's
by
true.
yes, so by the way, what's the situation in Germany now?
So it's nothing better than France. So, but it's not like we need to take any certification. So it's not imposed yet. But there was like complete shutdown of all schools, colleges, and kindergartens. And some of the companies have allowed for work from home as well. So currently I'm doing that. So I took work from home, and currently I'm working from my place. So, and my region, that is like Baden-Württemberg. So that is like second most affected area in Germany. So
Oh,
that's the
okay.
present situation right now. Yeah.
Shit. Okay, so take care, dude.
Yeah, sure. And you too.
So, what is the worst thing that you have heard in this situation?
Yeah, like 2 days before, I read some document. So in that, in Italy, like the doctors are choosing like whom to treat so that there are more chances of survival. So that is really crazy. Like there are no enough ventilator for patients and no spaces in ICU. That is like very chaotic situation right now. So that is the
Yeah,
like most I heard about.
yeah, and in France, soon hospitals will be overcrowded as we speak. And yeah, so what do you think of efforts till now in India, Rakshit?
Yeah, till now, like the measures taken by Indian officials are very good. So they impose travel restrictions to country very soon. So that is like very appreciable measures to be taken, like a developing country like India. So it's very good, and they airlifted many Indians who are really affected, like in the worst hit regions. So like few days back, there were like more than 250 students were evacuated from Italy, and they are screening people at airports and quarantining them. So that is like much needed step to be taken on this kind of situations. So Indian government are much better than EU in preventing measures, by taking preventive measures. So I really appreciate them.
Yeah, we feel whatever the government is doing till now, we kind of feel proud to be Indians,
Yeah,
honestly.
that's true. And do you see any potential of an outbreak in India in soon days?
Uh, I think, I mean, honestly, we don't know. But I think the real challenge for India is in the next few weeks, because
Yeah, I also
many,
think this.
yeah, because many of the NRIs are coming back now, and though there are, they are being screened at the airport, and if they show some signs, they are being quarantined and everything. But you know what happened 2 days ago, right, with the lady who did stupid things, and especially for our population, and because we don't have enough testing centers, we are like at a very, as a country, we are at very high risk to have an outbreak. And with our population, we might as well be the next epicenter if things don't
Yeah.
change.
Okay. So, Karthik, sorry to interrupt you. So, for people who doesn't know, Can you elaborate what did that lady do or what happened? What is the situation?
Oh yeah, sorry. So basically, she and her husband were in Italy, and here she caught infection, and then she went back to Bangalore, and the authorities actually screened her and asked her to stay in quarantine. I mean, they didn't even like tell her to self quarantine herself, but she was actually taken to a medical college and was supposed to stay there for 14 days. But
Okay.
this irresponsible lady, she escaped the quarantine and took a flight to Delhi, and then she took a train to Agra and to her parents' house, and then basically these health officials had to actually search for her, go with a warrant, and I mean, it was such a crazy situation. She basically traveled from south of India all the way to north. I mean, I can't just
Okay.
imagine how many people could have been uh, infected by now. And funny parallel thing here is Rakshit. So
Yeah,
in
like one article I just remember right now. So there was like similar kind of situation in Italy as well. So do you recall
exactly,
anything about that one?
exactly. That's what I was about to say.
Ah, okay. So there is
Basically,
like we can correlate like what did the Italy people did like in their level two stage. So if we do, if
exactly.
we are also doing the same thing, then there are like more chances of like India is also like will be the next epicenter for coronavirus. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
need to avoid such measures. So
exactly. So basically, this guy was kept in quarantine, and this guy escaped quarantine and went skiing. Okay,
okay,
and basically, we all live in the Alps region, and
mhm.
the Alps region is spread over France and Italy. We share a border,
Yeah,
and
that's so that too in winter. Like skiing is the main outdoor sports here. So more
yeah,
people come and assemble there. So there are like more. That is the like more riskier chances of getting infected virus because like there will be like more people that too in
yeah,
winter time. So
yeah. Basically, because of that stupid guy, it's like even south of France got affected. He spread
mhm.
infection on the across the border on the Italian side, and now even the south of France got infected. And seriously, guys, when we see all these things being 10,000 kilometers away, we feel really, helpless to see our own people making the same mistakes that the Europeans did, and just to tell you guys, we are kind of in the future where India will be if people don't become serious, and people need to wake up soon. And considering our population, an outbreak can spread faster than EU, right? Do you agree, Rakshit?
yeah, that's true. So definitely, like when we see the Italy situation right now, it just took 3 weeks to reach stage six. So that is like we might just took 1 week because of our heavy population and lack of testing center because like more people in India and you can get many medications without prescription. So that's the main thing. So the people tend to like self medicate before they're going to doctor. So if they have some fever or cough, they medicate like self medication. So that's the main problem. So this infection once it becomes serious, then probably we can't control it. So
Yeah, prevention is better than cure, right? So, I
yeah,
mean, so if it becomes really bad, the probability of survival will be, less regardless of your age. And speaking of age, some young people are saying, oh, the mortality rate of this is just 2%. It is only the old people who need to worry, so they can do whatever they want, go wherever they want. Do you agree?
no, that's really stupid. What I think so, because like compared to the numbers, the mortality rate is low. That is true, but given that when you get tested earlier and receive appropriate treatment, then that is true. Like without appropriate treatment, like when there are more number of people, more number of casualties, then there won't be like sufficient hospitals or doctors to treat you. And soon this corona will turn into a pneumonia and causes serious issues regarding regardless of age. So that's the main problem. Like when a populated country like India, when like there are more infected people, then we don't have enough beds or enough medications to treat them. So then definitely it will be a chaotic situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's the main area of concerns. Like people, I saw like in some videos, like people are comparing the mortality rate of this COVID-19 with SARS, MERS, and Ebola, and saying this it's not as fatal as all those which were um, uh, previously
infecting
noted down.
people.
And
Yeah.
yeah, all the panic in media is manufactured. So what do you think about this statement?
Uh, I mean, honestly, we don't blame people for not trusting the media. Okay, so that is for sure. And also, panic is not going to help anyone. Okay, so we are very clear about that. But
Hmm.
the thing is, with regard to diseases like SARS, MERS, and Ebola, so though their mortality rate, that is the percentage of people who die, is higher, when they catch the infection, they fall sick soon, and they will reach a stage wherein they cannot, move around or travel anywhere. So because of that, the chances of them spreading to other people is really very, very less. But the problem with the coronavirus is that, I mean, especially this COVID-19 disease, is that, you know, uh, you might have the virus, and for 4 or 5 days, you might not fall sick. So you will think that you are healthy and you will travel everywhere. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
you
but
could
you
be
will be the carrier. Yeah.
meanwhile you could be spreading it everywhere. So that is how it came all the way from Wuhan, China to, basically now we have it around, I don't have the exact number, but like 130 countries in the world. So this just became a pandemic because of this. So all the NRIs who are coming back from high risk regions need to quarantine themselves for a while, even if they don't show symptoms right away, because you might be infected for 4 or 5 days and still not fall sick. Okay, so it's important that they quarantine themselves. And also, you know, in this kind of situation, we don't really know who's infected or, you know, where they have been or who they have come in contact with or anything like that. So
Mhm.
it's better to practice social distancing and stay at home unless it is
Yeah.
like something inevitable. So in the current situation, I would say over caution is kind of better than casual negligence.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like we can post like some links regarding this as well. I think there are like plenty of online material regarding self distancing and what are the users. So we can post some link as well.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, more than all this, there is one crucial point that many people are missing. So, can you explain, Rakshit?
It has reached a state in Italy where doctors are choosing which patients to treat. So based on the chances of survival. So when the cases like in the developed countries go like this, then just imagine so what a developing country like us will become. So like in Italy, like the statistics shows there are like 4 doctors per 1,000 people, but in India it's just like zero point 0.6. So
Oh
you
shit.
can just imagine like what's the difference between the number of doctors and the number of people in India. And few days back, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel came out and said like about 70% of German will eventually be infected. So this have clearly gotten out of hands in Europe, and they are just trying to slow it down to a level where the health system can be able to treat the cases. So that's the alarming situation in Germany right now.
And also, like I heard that in Italy, the retired doctors are being called back into service, and students, medical students in their final year of their study are also called into the service, and basically they are working without any shifts or anything. And guys, if such things can happen in a small country like EU, then imagine the scale it can happen in a bigger and densely populated country like India.
Yeah.
So, speaking about all this, I mean, Rakshit, do you think that uh, do you think that NRIs are the problem and they should not go back?
So, like, just to be clear on my side, like, I'm not saying that NRI should not go back. Each
Exactly.
individual cases is like different, and as Indians, it's our birthright to go back to our home country. So whenever we want. But I suggest like people who are going back to India should be like extra careful and vigilant. So they should be responsible enough to follow all the instructions from the government, and also like quarantine themselves for 14 days after they go back to India, regardless if they show symptoms or not. So that's the main step all the NRI who are going back to India should take, according to me. Though they should not do anything that the lady that you mentioned earlier, so they do like that. So it's not, there is nothing wrong with like self quarantine for 14 days. So it's better for you and your people. So that is like what I like to say.
Yeah, I mean, even I totally agree. I mean, each case is separate. They have their own reasons to come back
Mhm.
or stay here like us. But the point is, if you're going back, then make it, take extra precautions to make sure you don't infect people over there. And along with the NRIs, yeah, what is our main other concern, Rakshit?
Yeah, like you can see like another important thing is that like in India they have like lockdown all school, and they're like holiday for school in the school and colleges. So the people in India treating this closure as a vacation. So they are going on trips, like posting photos on social media, and they are enjoying a lot. They are not taking this situation a serious one. So some are getting married as well, and like we know all how big the crowd will be in Indian marriages.
Yeah.
So if the infected person went there, just imagine like how fast it can spread to other people. So being here and experience how bad it can get in first hand. So we can't stop, but feel bad, but people lack of seriousness. So that's the main concern. So the people need to take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah. So speaking of social media, uh, like we were saying, people are posting all these pictures and everything. Are there any other things that you see and that we need to be concerned about?
Yeah, but basically, I'm not on social media. Like, I got some forwards from WhatsApp. So I saw some people are saying it's just a flu. Like, it's not, it's just 20 times more deadly and more contagious. So I think those are like, it's not when it is just a flu, like the people of this country, they are not idiots to lock down whole country if it is just a flu. So like other, I saw some other posts like people are saying just eat three garlics and you won't be infected, and eating garlic, turmeric, etc. So that will strengthen your immune system. So I think don't listen to these words.
Yeah,
That's what I say, yeah.
like, guys, see, normally eating all these things and building your immunity is one thing, but when you have the virus or when the virus is circulating around you, uh, you know, taking measures is different. Okay, so let us be a bit practical here. And yeah, there are, other stupid things that I keep hearing. I mean, even I'm not that big on social media. Okay, so, but what I heard is, there is this workout guru in US. He's saying things like, you should not use this virus as an excuse to stay home. You need to go out to the gym and work out and all those things. I mean, that's really stupid. I mean, if you want to work out or do anything, do it right at your home now. Avoid public contact as much as possible. And in US, because of such mentality and the lack of testing centers, just in 2 days cases have doubled, which is increasing at the rate faster than Italy in the initial stages. If it can double so fast in the US, then we can imagine the same thing happening in India, because even some of our people are showing the same attitude, and even we don't have enough testing centers in our country. And also one more thing I request all NRIs who go back now is, please, I mean, really, please stop yourself from posting reckless and irresponsible things on Facebook or any other social media, because our families back home can start panicking. Okay,
Yeah,
and
that's true. They are not giving any more information. It's like those posters will panic others. So just before posting, just think about it. Is it I'm giving the right information or not? And then post it.
yeah, I mean, that's what, be responsible and fact check before you post anything. And I'm not here to censor anyone or stop anyone from saying anything. All I'm saying is, be responsible and fact check stuff before you post anything. So yeah, uh, if anyone cares, uh, how are we doing right now? And yeah, I mean, as of now, me and Rakshit, we both are safe and healthy, and we have no signs of discomfort or any type
Yeah,
of infection. And we are in touch with our families day to day, and there's nothing to worry about us. And we are really, taking this very, very seriously, even though we have to, speak to some friends of ours in the same building. We don't meet them. We use WhatsApp. I know it sounds funny or
yeah,
like an irony, but you can imagine we are taking this damn seriously, just to make sure, like, uh, we don't get infected, or also, in case, I mean, if we are already infected, we don't infect other people. So that's the thing. And yeah, so we are just normal people. We are not big on social media. We don't even have a Facebook page, me or Rakshit.
yeah.
And so
We are
don't
not
worry.
asking like anything like please
Yeah.
subscribe, hit like button.
So all we ask you is, take this seriously. And the only reason we made this sort of a video is to, we thought it's a good medium to share our message with as many people as we can. And if
Mhm.
you guys think we are being sensible and genuine in our concern, then please spread our message to your near and dear ones, personally or by sharing the video.
Yeah,
And
like just to wrap up, like the main idea behind making this video is like what we saw here, like what mistakes the people did in EU. The same thing is happening in India. So we don't want like in India become the epicenter of coronavirus. So that's why the main reason why we are doing this video. So if there is any like wrong thing or anything, just pardon us. So just take the message what we are saying and make others aware of what's the situation right now.
yeah, so as one of the, ex-US health secretary said, what he said is really beautiful. He said,
Yeah,
everything we do before
everything
a
we do
pandemic,
before a pandemic will seem alarmist, and everything we do after will seem inadequate.
yeah, so before it can seem alarmist, but after it will be inadequate. So, all right. So, guys, take care, stay safe, practice social distancing, and if anyone wants to reach us, we'll post our email, or email in the video. And yeah, so bye bye.
Bye. Yeah. See you.